top 10 strongest and toughest pro wrestlers. This should be a good one. I know a few that should be on the list. See Mark Henry in the picture there. We'll see who else. Should be a good one.
Pulling trucks, fighting multiple police officers, or setting new world records and winning gold medals. Some of the greatest wrestlers of the past and present have been known for their unreal strength and toughness. But among them, who was actually the toughest or physically strongest? I want to start by saying that some of the feats of strength listed here are rather anecdotal, and we will not be able to know for sure who the toughest or strongest really is. So please do not see this top 10 as a definitive list, but rather as 10 extremely strong and tough individuals who competed in past and modern times. If I forgot someone or you have further anecdotes of the wrestlers on the list, let me know in the comments, and please do not forget to like and subscribe to help the channel out. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Number 10 on our list is Ken Patera. Before he became a professional wrestler, he was a highly decorated Olympic weightlifter. He won several medals at the 1971 Pan American Games, including gold in the weightlifting total, and finished second in the 1971 World Weightlifting Championships. On his home soil, Patera won 4 consecutive U.S. weightlifting championships in the super heavyweight class from 1969 to 1972. Some of his records include a snatch at 386.5 pounds, a clean and jerk at 505.5 pounds, clean and press at 505.5 pounds, as well as the Olympic 3-lift total at 1,397.5 pounds. While competing in strongman events, Patera performed several feats of strength, including driving nails through boards, blowing up a hot water bottle until it burst, bending spikes wrapped in a towel, and bending bars over his neck. After representing the United States in the 1972 Olympics, Ken Patera transitioned to a successful career in wrestling. His background in weightlifting and strongman competitions provided him with a unique edge in the ring. A former powerlifter and NCAA Division I football player, Big E possesses a combination of strength and athleticism. He became the top heavyweight lifter in the 275-pound class, breaking all 4 Florida State Raw powerlifting records and setting new Raw national records in the deadlift and total. His lifts included a 611-pound squat, a 490-pound bench press, and a 749-pound deadlift for a 1,850-pound Raw total. He also still possesses incredible flexibility and is able to perform the splits. With his top ranking on the scoreboard at John Cena's private gym, he definitely deserves a spot on the list. Dominating in both WWE and the UFC, Brock Lesnar's entrance into the world of professional wrestling was marked by his unrivaled athleticism and sheer strength. On various occasions, he picked up a referee single-handedly, performed a F5 with heavyweights like Mark Henry or Big Show on his back, completed 43 reps of 225 pounds at the NFL Combine, while still maintaining an incredible amount of athleticism and speed, such as running a 40-yard dash in 4.7 seconds. He also won several titles in different sports, including silver and gold in the NCAA Division I wrestling tournament, as well as the UFC Heavyweight Championship, and sparred occasionally with Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Widely recognized as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, with a 2,803-day title reign. By the time he was 22, he had set a world record for the bench press and boasted the following lifts.
Who, 700?
It's important to remember that powerlifting didn't officially exist at this time, and the power lifts were just 3 of 72 lifts, contested in odd lift meets at the time. These men did not specialize in these lifts. In the era before training videos or sanctioned powerlifting meets, we cannot be certain whether he hit the exact numbers he claimed. However, as a pioneering weightlifter, Bruno Sammartino was without a doubt one of the strongest humans of the 1950s and 1960s. An accomplished amateur wrestler
This guy
and
with
boxer,
the hand
Hodge
grip.
is not the biggest or tallest on the list, but his grip was so strong
That
that
hand
he could
grip,
bend steel pliers and even break the spirit of 500-pound Victor, one of a handful of legendary wrestling
crushing
bears
the
who
apples.
toured the country during the 3 decades after the end of World War II. Hodge's most iconic display of strength was his ability to crush an apple with one hand, highlighting his exceptional grip strength and making him a unique force in the wrestling world. He was still able to do this at the age of 80. I will try to cover Danny Hodge in more detail in a separate episode in the future. Andre the Giant, born in France and billed as the 8th wonder of the world, was renowned for his incredible strength. He could effortlessly lift opponents and exhibited a raw power that few could match. Standing somewhere between 6 feet 8 inches and 7 feet 1 inch tall and weighing up to 520 pounds, he once lifted Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That is rugged. The beer can look like a damn toy.
On top of a car to scold him. Schwarzenegger was no small man himself, standing 6 feet 2 inches and weighing between 235 and 260 pounds. In another instance, after getting angry at some people in a bar, Andre chased them out, and after they hid in a car, he flipped it over like a toy. Harley Race, known for his rugged toughness and having held the prestigious NWA World Heavyweight Championship 8 times, is probably one of the most feared wrestlers in history. Occasionally, you would find some old-time wrestlers who were naturally strong without spending much time in the gym, and Harley is definitely one of them. Several anecdotes mentioned his grip strength, which was said to be able to break people's hands, Harley slamming Andre the Giant before Hogan did, humbling Hulk Hogan on several occasions,
well, that's one thing.
And teaching legends like Bret Hart.
Yeah, try not to pause this too much. It's pretty, really good. Yeah, I heard about that, and because they said before Hogan, because I didn't know back then. Hogan, or they said Harley slammed him, Kamala slammed him. It's like then Hogan, and then Hogan slammed him before they even wrestled at the pay-per-view. So he but yeah, he said that before Hogan. I was like, damn, I didn't know that till later on.
Hart and Bob Backlund. Even CM Punk liked to say on tough occasions, "What would Harley Race do?" A motto we should all live by. Haku, the Polynesian powerhouse,
the top 3,
earned a reputation for his real-life toughness and undeniable strength. His strength and force were so formidable that even the notorious Andre the Giant viewed him with fear. Numerous wild anecdotes from various sources illustrate Haku's immense power and hard-hitting nature. For instance, there was an instance where he was arrested, but he effortlessly tore the handcuffs apart, defiantly faced off against 8 police officers, and even endured being sprayed with pepper spray, as well as biting off someone's nose over a dispute. It is difficult to ascertain the true extent.
He got Luger in the grip.
Among his equally formidable peers,
Luger hit the ground.
Cultivate a reputation as someone not to be messed with.
Yeah, they said that they said it already 100 times. They said that grip is nothing to play with. They said that grip. Even Stevie Ray confirmed. He said that grip was bringing folks to their knees and shitting on themselves. Ooh, that's tough. Oh boy, them stories are something else. Why would you go in the bar and want to fuck with a person that ain't bothering you, just so you can get your face bit off? Oh boy.
Bill Kazmaier, a 3-time world's strongest man and powerlifting champion, is a true
I think he was a wrestler for a while, wasn't he?
While many know him for his career in strength sports, he also competed in WCW as well as New Japan in the early 1990s and feuded with Lex Luger, as well as teamed up with Rick Steiner, who we covered in a separate video. He won with a 925.9-pound squat, a 661.4-pound bench press, and an 837.8-pound deadlift. The bench press and deadlift were done without any equipment, but the squat was done with knee wraps and a squat suit. Bill's career is marked by record-breaking lifts in powerlifting and strongman competitions. His displays of raw strength in the wrestling ring further added to his legendary status, making him a unique and powerful presence.
Number one
is none other than the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. His journey into professional wrestling began after a successful career in Olympic weightlifting, where he won a gold, silver, and bronze medal at the Pan American Games in 1995. As a powerlifter, he was the World Drug-Free Powerlifting Federation World Champion in 1995 and a two-time U.S. National Champion in 1995 and 1997. He holds the all-time Raw world record in the squat and deadlift. He also holds the largest Raw squat and Raw powerlifting totals ever performed by a drug-tested athlete, regardless of weight class, and the highest Raw deadlift by an American citizen. His massive physique and unparalleled strength quickly made him.
I remember that dunk in the basketball.
Squared circle. Some of his
when he manhandled Vader, I'll never get over that.
A 903-pound Raw deadlift.
Damn, 903.
Pulling trucks and crushing an apple with his hand. This incredible display of power solidified his status as one of the most formidable strongmen in the wrestling world. Other personal bests for Mark Henry in competition are a squat of 953.5 pounds, a powerlifting total of 2336.9 pounds, a snatch of 396.8 pounds, a clean and jerk of 485.0 pounds, and a weightlifting total of 881.8 pounds. In early 1998, he was still able to perform 5 repetitions in the bench press with 495 pounds, 3 repetitions in the squat with 855 pounds raw, and 3 repetitions in the standing press with 405 pounds in training. It seems that strength runs in the family, as his son Jacob Henry has set records in the weight room with a 600-pound squat and deadlift, while excelling in football and amateur wrestling.
My son is an amateur wrestler. Yeah. That was a good one there, boy. I figured Mark Henry had to be number one, which I think the top 3 was, you say, toughest and strongest. Haku, I forgot number 2. Remember, Haku and Mark Henry. Was it Kazmaier? I think it was Kazmaier. Mark Henry, Kazmaier, and Haku. But yeah, Mark Henry though. Whew, I'll never forget that when he manhandled Vader. I still can't get over that. Just picked him up like he was $150 and just tossed him around. Ooh, that was something. I talked about that in the other video. Yeah, trying to think who wasn't on this list. Oh, everybody's favorite wasn't up there. A couple of people actually, but I am surprised. Cena wasn't on the list. Luger wasn't on the list. And see, Big Show wasn't on the list. Kane wasn't on the list. They said Kane is strong as hell too. Okay. Who else? I know the guy said that the list ain't official, but I'm just saying if you were to add some more people, Kurt also, yeah. So yeah, a lot of folks could have been on that list. Like I said, I don't really fool with Cena, but Cena strength remind me of Luger, because Luger was Lex Luger was something else, But yeah, this was damn good video.